so I can just scavenge around. Although Sue's facing the wrong way.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for me coming to you for this cultural presentation. For my cultural experience, I immediately wanted to look at culture through food. I've taken 2 semesters of Spanish, and although I still don't know any Spanish beyond hola, ¿cómo estás? And don't ask me because I won't be able to answer that question. What I did take out of the courses was how much food can immerse you in any culture. So last week we visited Pomegranate on Main, which is an authentic Persian restaurant in downtown Greenville. I chose this experience mainly because I Googled cultural dining in Greenville, and looking past tacos and sushi, which is most of my international dining experiences, this came up as a unique experience. I've never had Persian food before and had no idea what it consisted of. So I wanted to step out of my comfort zone a little bit and try something completely new. When I walked into the restaurant, the first thing I noticed was the atmosphere. It felt very warm and inviting with rich colors and patterns and artwork that made it feel very different from a typical American restaurant. The menu had traditional Persian dishes like kebabs, saffron rice, and stews made with lots of herbs and spices. One thing I quickly realized was that Persian food was very intentional. The flavors are balanced and layered, and even the way the food is served encourages more sharing and conversation. So it's not just about eating the meal, it's about experiencing the culture and hospitality that comes with it. At the beginning, I'll admit I felt a little unsure. I didn't recognize most of the menu items, and there's always that moment when you're thinking, I hope I ordered something good, but that nervous feeling quickly went away. The staff was very welcoming and helpful. When I asked questions about the dishes, we ordered a little bit of everything. My favorite was the assortment of kebabs. As I tried the food, I thought about how much we discussed in my Spanish class that food was a huge form of communication in itself. Even how you eat food in company of others, when and where you eat food, and what was rude or expected at dining times in other countries. Food tells you more about a country's history, geography, and traditions without anyone having to give you a lecture on it. And honestly, I realize that sometimes the best way to learn about culture is just by sitting down and sharing a meal. Not to mention their amazing cocktails. One thing that really surprised me was how much care goes into Persian cooking. The dishes had a balance of flavors that I'm not used to with my salt and pepper diet. Some were savory, some had little sweetness, and others a lot of them had fresh herbs, which was amazing. This experience also affirmed something about myself. I really enjoy learning through experiences like this rather than just reading about cultures in textbooks. It also reminded me that you don't have to travel to another country to experience a different culture. Although traveling is a very fun mode of learning, sometimes it's literally a couple of hours away in another city. One of the most meaningful parts of the visit was actually talking to one of the staff members about the dishes. I asked what food was most traditional and how meals are usually served in Persian homes. They explained that meals are often meant to be shared and that hospitality is a huge part of Persian culture. Guests are treated with lots of respect and generosity. Times of dining are very important in so many countries, where time and effort are put into every dish, every day, and not just for special occasions. Unlike here in the US, where I usually attempt to throw together random things I find in the fridge at the end of the day when I'm starving and realize I haven't eaten all day. Is it usually edible? Yes. Is it a cultural experience? Not one that someone would pay for. From an interpersonal communication perspective, it really showed me how simply being curious and asking respectful questions can create a connection between people from different cultures. It also reminded me that sometimes stepping outside your comfort zone can lead to really meaningful experiences, in this case, a really good meal. So overall, this experience helped me appreciate how culture, communication, and food are all connected. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, show the rest.
Nothing's changed. The people are still here.